How many tiger reserves in MP? When was Chhattisgarh bifurcated? Which district has the shortest border? When you prepare for competitive exams using isolated flashcards, you are building a brittle database. The moment the exam clock starts ticking, context collapses, and those memorized facts scatter. The alternative is to stop treating these questions as random trivia. Instead, we can reverse engineer them to construct a structural mental model of the state. We call this the geospatial matrix. It is a framework built on 4 distinct layers: administrative history, physical geography, ecology, and demographics. By explicitly connecting isolated facts to physical space, rote memorization is replaced by predictable, logical intuition. We begin with Layer 1, administrative evolution. Consider the foundational exam question. When was the modern state of Madhya Pradesh actually formed? This map shows central India in 1947. It is not a single entity, that fractured puzzle composed of Part A, Part B, and Part C states, alongside the independent state of Bhopal. On November 1, 1956, following the recommendations of the Fazl Ali Commission, these distinct territories merged into a unified Madhya Pradesh, comprising exactly 43 districts. That outer boundary held until November 1, 2000. Under the Madhya Pradesh Reorganization Act, the southeastern territory was carved out to create Chhattisgarh, leaving the state outline we recognize today. Over the following 2 decades, internal borders continued to shift. Today, the political grid consists of exactly 55 districts, organized under 10 administrative divisions. This perimeter is locked in by 5 neighboring states. Uttar Pradesh wraps around the north, sharing the longest border across 14 districts. To the west, Gujarat shares the shortest, touching just 2. Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and Chhattisgarh complete the boundary. Tracking this timeline turns historical geography into a strict sequence. You do not have to guess which districts touch which state when you know exactly how the borders were drawn. That brings us to Layer 2, physical geography. Take a standard geographical query. Which districts lie directly on the Tropic of Cancer? Before plotting lines, we must establish the coordinates. Madhya Pradesh is anchored between 21 degrees 6 minutes and 26 degrees 30 minutes north latitude, and 74 degrees 9 minutes to 82 degrees 48 minutes east longitude. This diagram plots the Tropic of Cancer across that latitudinal span. Slicing horizontally through the Malwa Plateau, the line intersects exactly 14 districts, stretching from Ratlam in the west to Shahdol in the east. Contrast that horizontal axis with a vertical one. The Indian Standard Time Meridian at 82.5 degrees east drops down to clip only a single district, Singrauli, on the extreme eastern edge. Beneath these coordinates lies the actual terrain. This animation illustrates the state's defining geological feature, the Narmada Rift Valley. It operates as a massive physical barrier, separating the Vindhya Range to the north from the Block Fault Satpura Range to the south. This rift dictates the state's entire hydrological network. The Narmada and Tapti rivers are forced westward into the Arabian Sea. Conversely, the slopes to the north send the Chambal, Betwa, and Son rivers flowing northward and eastward into the Ganga-Yamuna system. These physical elevations and river basins dictate microclimates and ancient trade routes. When you know where the water flows, geographical MCQs become a matter of logic rather than memory. With the terrain mapped, Layer 3 focuses on what lives and grows on it. A common exam hurdle is recalling state symbols and conservation data. The state bird is the dudraj, the state tree is the banyan, the state fish is the masir, and the state sport is Malkamb, deeply rooted in the Malwa region. This image shows the hard-ground Barasingha, the official state animal. It represents a major conservation victory, rescued from local extinction within Kanha National Park. Madhya Pradesh is definitively recognized as the tiger state of India. It holds the highest number of tiger reserves in the country, with 9 recognized zones. Here we see one of those apex predators. Reserves like Bandhavgarh and Kanha utilize the dense forests of the Vindhyan and Satpura ranges to support some of the densest tiger populations on the subcontinent. This commitment to conservation expanded in 2022. This cheetah was photographed as part of the historic reintroduction program at Kuno National Park in Shiopur district. Human history is just as firmly anchored to this landscape. The state contains 3 distinct UNESCO World Heritage Sites, each marking a different era of civilization. This is the Great Stupa at Sanchi. Commissioned under the Mauryan Emperor Ashoka, it stands as one of the oldest stone structures in India. Further northeast, we find the Khajuraho group of monuments. Constructed by the Chandela dynasty between the 10th and 12th centuries, these Nagara-style Hindu and Jain temples are renowned for their architectural execution. Predating both are the rock shelters of Bhimbetka. These Paleolithic and Mesolithic cave paintings provide the earliest evidence of human life in the region. The modern economy extracts its wealth from this exact same terrain. The volcanic black regur soil of the Malwa Plateau makes MP the largest producer of soybeans in India. The geological pipes in Panna hold the country's only active diamond mines, while Singrauli yields massive coal reserves. Flora, fauna, temples, and minerals do not exist in a vacuum. They are direct physical outputs of the geology we mapped in Layer 2, meaning one dataset naturally predicts the next. Our final layer, Layer 4, maps the human element. How are these populations distributed, and how are they politically represented? Politically, the state operates with a 230-seat unicameral legislative assembly. At the federal level, it sends 29 representatives to the Lok Sabha and 11 to the Rajya Sabha. According to the 2011 census, those representatives govern a baseline population of approximately 7.26 crore people. This heat map reveals how that population is distributed. Look at the sex ratio gradient. In the Deep South, Balaghat records the highest ratio at 1,021 females per 1,000 males. In the northern Chambal region, Bind records the lowest at just 837. As the datasets shift, similar extremes emerge. Jabalpur leads in overall literacy, while Alirajpur trails. By sheer physical area, Chhindwara is the largest district, dwarfing the smallest, Nuwari. These demographic peaks and valleys cluster along the specific tribal belts, urban centers, and agricultural zones dictated by the physical geography beneath them. The human data is strictly bound by the physical space. Recall those rapid-fire multiple-choice questions from the beginning of our analysis. When we overlay all 4 layers, the 55 district borders, the hydrological networks, the ecological habitats, and the demographic heat zones, we get the complete geospatial matrix. The answers to those initial questions are no longer isolated trivia points. To find the state's lowest sex ratio, or the location of a specific tiger reserve, you simply locate the intersecting data points on the map. Under the pressure of a timed exam, brute memorization degrades. A structural, systems-based understanding holds firm, because every fact supports the others. Stop trying to memorize Madhya Pradesh line by line. Build the matrix, layer by layer, and let the geography do the work for you.